Alright, I haven't worked on this in about a month. I was doing my buddy's Cherokee, doing his 4-link 35s, blah, 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 blah. So, anyways, I realized I haven't really talked about this thing much. Posted some videos on it, but I'm going to get it pulled outside if it'll start, and I'm going to kind of walk you around what I've had to do. I've done several things twice. It was definitely a learning curve, but let's get it outside. Alright, so here's my 93 XJ Cherokee. It's got an 800 horsepower LS. No, I'm just playing. Just stock 4-liter. But anyways, let's get into it. So, I pulled axles out of a 2007 F250 out of the junkyard. Held on to them for years. Slowly saved up parts. And basically the only thing I bought kit-wise was the Barnes flat top truss and the hydro ram mount. And then I also bought the Barnes flat top truss in the rear for the Sterling 10.5. Right, it does have full hydro. I can't remember the kit number I bought. It was the big kit. It wasn't a specified for the Jeep. So I made a custom power steering bracket for the big pump and had to stick reservoir through the roof just to get it high enough above the pump like they said. It is on 40-inch Patagonias, stock Dodge rims with not enough back spacing, homemade bead locks that leak. I stretched the front 9 inches, custom mounts. I made all these myself. I did it like 3 times until I got it right because I didn't like the way it was sitting. I was trying to get all my angles correct. So I cut the doors out. So I originally had cut the doors. Here, I'll walk over to this one. This is my brother's Jeep. So I basically cut the doors up here and put that this is a 2x8 that I used. So that's a 2x8, and I was originally gonna keep the doors. But things escalated quickly. So this is raised probably 6 inches or so, which allowed me to put the upper link right there, which is nice. It's kind of like a footrest and it feels natural. But in order to do that, I did get this as low as possible. This is currently sitting at full bump. This is full bump right now. I did have to modify the frames. I cut the original frame out and cut this back and angled it in for this upper link to clear. Got my angles pretty good, as best as I could do. Alright, so I did do the entire cage myself. Bent every tube, notched every piece, did every weld. This is my makeshift cross member. I'm still designing it. It's just kind of holding it up there. Just kind of got a couple welds holding the whole 4-link on there. So I don't know if I like this rear setup yet, but I'm still designing it, trying to figure out how to make it bolt on. But right now it's just tacked in place, and got my upper links. Let's see if I can get a shot right there. Still got to plate that and add some gusseting. So one thing I messed up on is I wasn't really sure what I was doing with the transfer case when I was doing these lower links. So this link is now too far in and it won't clear for the front drive shaft. So I got to cut this off and just move it out here a little bit. I'll still have plenty of triangulation. It'll work. It just sucks that I got to do it again. Did weld the rear. Let's see if I can get in there. Still need to paint it. It's been sitting for a while. I made this on the CNC. It is indented, so it has a little depth. Thought it was cool. Made the grill. It's kind of a 2-piece grill. Just fits that winch, but when I go to redo or put a new winch in there, because that's just an old one I've had for so long, but it keeps working, I'll probably have to redo the grill. Put a CJ5 tailgate on it. So one of my favorite things that I did on this Jeep is, so when I did the 231 doubler, I didn't buy a dual shifter or anything. I wanted it to look as factory as possible. I got to give credit to my little brother. He's like, why don't you put a stock handle in there and just make a factory looking one? Dope. So now it looks factory. So there it is. Even kept the stock. I didn't even have to cut this out. Made my own linkage and everything. That goes all the way back. So that's the first transfer case, the normal one, and then that's double low. So this build is currently taking a very long time because of basically money. So if you haven't noticed, what I am still missing are ORIs. So I'm probably forgetting some other stuff, but I did dub it the Blue Lobster. I don't remember quite. I saw Blue Lobster on the internet and it looked super cool and was already kind of the colors I was going for. So, and there's only like 1 in a million chance you'll catch a Blue Lobster. So I kind of digged it. But yeah, this is basically my budget build Cherokee buggy, and I'm pretty happy with it. I ultimately stretched, because it's full hydro and 4-link, no steering or track bar, so I was able to stretch the front axle 9 inches, and I stretched the rear about 9 inches, so it's sitting at about 118, 119 inch wheelbase, which was a little longer than I was originally going for. I wanted about a 115 because I do reader. So yeah, that's basically my budget buggy Cherokee. Far from done. Hopefully as money's getting saved I can build it, but it's been about 2 years and slowly going at it. So hopefully this year I can get it done and get it on the trail for once, because I am itching to go. But if you like what you see, you'd like the build, want to follow the build, hit subscribe, and I'll see you later.